السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. برحب بكل المشاهدين من جميع أنحاء الوطن العربي من المحيط للخليج. برحب بكم على قناة مصطفى أمين على اليوتيوب. النهارده هنتكلم عن لعبة بتلفيلد 2042. اللعبة بقى لها دلوقتي أسبوع نازلة، والنهارده هنعمل ريفيو عن اللعبة والخرائط اللي جوه اللعبة وطريقة اللعب وتاريخ السلسلة اللي بدأت عام 2002. في البداية بتلفيلد 2042 ديت لعبة تصويب الأسلحة واستخدام الخرائط، وإن أنت تكون لعبة معارك، وأرض المعركة بتتحدد من خلال الخرائط اللي أنت بتقدر من خلالها تختار اللي هو الفريق اللي هتلعب معاه. وتكون لعبة جماعية، وحوالي 50 مليون لاعب لعبها على مستوى العالم من سنة 2002 لحد 2015. هنتكلم دلوقتي عن لعبة بتلفيلد 2042. بتدور في المستقبل، بتلاقي في طيارات بدون طيار، وتقدر انت تستخدم الاباتشي والطيارات الهليكوبتر، وكمان بتستخدم الدبابات والمروحيات. وضافوا في اللعبة اللي هو نظام التورنيدو او العواصف المناخية والاجواء اللي بتكون في البلاد المختلفة. في كل خريطة بتمتاز بالتصميم اللي يناسبها. لما نيجي نتكلم عن تاريخ اللعبة من 2002 بدأت أول سلسلة من بتلفيلد، اللي هي سلسلة بتلفيلد 1942. دي كانت سنة 2002، والإصدار الأخير اللي هو في 2021 دلوقتي اللي هو لعبة بتلفيلد 2042. دي الإصدار رقم 17 في تاريخ اللعبة. لعبة من إنتاج الشركة السويدية EA اللي هو إلكترونيك آرتس. ديت الشركة اللي مصممة اللعبة، وبتمتاز بالرسوم المتحركة الجميلة جدا والتقنيات العالية والوضوح وكمان السلاسة في اللعب، وان انت تقدر تختار في اكتر من خريطة. كمان خريطة مصر موجودة في اللعبة، ان انت بتكون مقسومة نصين، جزء اخضر وفيه منشآت، والجزء الاخر في الصحراء وبرضه فيه منشآت. وكل فريق بيحاول ان هو يعدي السور وان هو يستولي على اراضي اللي هو الجيش الاخر او الفصيل الاخر. والسور ده بيكون فيه نقاط محورية ان انت تخش من خلاله، واللي بيقدر يسيطر على اكبر جزء من الخريطة وبيقتل اللاعبين الاخرين ده اللي بيفوز في نهاية الجيم. كمان الخرائط مختلفة كتير، في امريكا وفي كوريا ومصر ودول كتيرة موجود خرائط لعبة فيها. غير ان الالعاب بتمتاز بالسلاسة والدقة جدا والتقنيات العالية وتعدد الاسلحة. تقدر تلعب قصاد الكمبيوتر او تلعب مع لاعبين على مستوى العالم. كمان اللعبة ديت تقدر تشتغل على اجهزة الاكس بوكس والبلاي ستيشن 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10، والتورنيدو شغال. والراجل ده هيطلع جري دلوقتي، بس التورنيدو بيشيل اللاعبين. وكمان فيها بدلة الطيران ديت لما بتلبسها وانت طاير تقدر تطير براحتك، مفيش اي مشكلة، علشان اللعبة ديت بتدعم الطيران بتاع الافراد، اللي هو لو انت وقعت من مسافة عالية تقدر ان انت تتحكم في جناحاتك وتفردها وتطير زي الضبابير. ونكمل مع بعض اللعبة. أسيبكم تشوفوا بقية الفيديو، والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Boris is a Russian and an engineer class, and their gadget is the SG-36 sentry system, and this lets them deploy a turret that automatically spots and engages enemies. Their trait is the frontline operator, which means that when they stand near the turret, its efficiency will be boosted. Also, EMP attacks can take out sentry guns. And then finally, Casper, who is South African recon, they get a OVP recon drone gadget that you can have manually controlled, or you can set it to hover. This can reveal enemy positions and disrupt their electronics. It's got a little dart that you can shoot, and their trait is the movement sensor, which can detect incoming threats with their sensor equipment. So that means that if there are any enemies in close proximity to you running or sprinting, you'll be notified. provided that. Also, the wingsuit that you saw in the reveal trailer is tied to a specific specialist, although they didn't say who it was. This game is adopting the live service model for future content with a battle pass for each season. There is a free and paid for premium battle pass. Everything that's gameplay is in the free tier, introducing new content to chase and keeping the community playing together. They said that the paid tier is more about cosmetics. The battle pass will also push the story and narrative of the game forward. The first year is comprised of 4 seasons, 4 new specialists, new locations and new content, and we'll learn more about that before launch. Wrapping things up, there are 2 other experiences for the game at launch, which are different to All Out Warfare, and these were very briefly mentioned but not really elaborated on. The second experience is called Hazard Zone.
They told us that this is an all-new high-stakes game type with strong focus on tight squad
play. It's completely new for the Battlefield franchise, distinctly different from anything in the all-out warfare mode. It's not a battle royale, so perhaps it could be something similar to Tarkov or Hunt Showdown. And the third experience is something specific built by DICE LA. We were told that this is a true love letter for Battlefield players and something aimed specifically at long-term fans of the franchise. Nothing more was said about that apart from that we would see more at EA Play next month. Finally, there was a Q&A session after the brief where we could ask questions, and while they didn't reveal much, there were a few details in here that I wanted to share. They did state on several occasions that this game does not have a Battle Royale mode. There will be an under NDA grey box technical test of the game and an open beta pre-launch. There was nothing to share about a free-to-play experience, but look forward to more announcements in the future. The outer combat area for air vehicles is huge, and it doesn't have that fishbowl feeling anymore. And the inner combat area has a lot more space to flank around, significantly bigger maps and spaces, 128 players, there's a lot more room to move. The game is running on dedicated servers. There was no mention of community games, anti-cheat or crossplay, but I'm sure that we will learn more about that in the future. As I mentioned, DICE did also show us some small snippets of pre-alpha gameplay of the specialists in the presentation, which, while I can't show you, I can talk about. They announced that the gameplay trailer is coming on Sunday, so you'll see how it looks then anyways, but I can say that it looked pretty clean and bright. The graphics had a realistic art style, reminding me a lot of Battlefield 4, but with more visual fidelity and detail. The only thing that I didn't really like about it was the look of the user interface. I thought it was a bit too big, but usually Battlefield has scaling in the customization options, so hopefully you could change that. And the squad size in the gameplay snippets was 4 players. Apart from that, the only other thing that they showed us was the different versions of the game. Standard, Gold and Ultimate editions. They had various skins and bundles in them for weapons and vehicles, battle passes, etc. And the pre-order bonus gets you early access to the open beta, the Mr. Chompy dinosaur gun charm, and the classic ACB-90 knife from Battlefield 3. The game is launching October 22nd on PS4, PS5, Xbox One, S, X, and PC, with early access players on the 15th. And that's about all that we were given. DICE pitched this to us as a true evolution of the Battlefield franchise, expanding the game, expanding the player base, and leading into and revolutionizing that sandbox-style gameplay and only in Battlefield moments with entirely new tool sets for the players. With that being said, that's all for today, folks.